Imagine having an endless supply of fresh flavors right in your backyard. Welcome to the fascinating world of herb gardens. These little green wonders not only enhance your culinary experiences, but also transform your outdoor spaces into vibrant aromatic havens. Picture a bland, underutilized spot in your home turning into a lush, thriving garden, teeming with herbs like basil, rosemary, and mint. It's a journey that's both easy and rewarding. So join us on this green journey as we explore the world of herb gardens. Why should you consider growing your own herb garden? Well, let's dive into the benefits. First up, freshness. Nothing beats the taste of freshly picked herbs, adding a zing that store-bought varieties can't match. Imagine garnishing your meals with sprigs of mint or rosemary plucked straight from your backyard. Next, let's talk convenience. Need some basil for that pasta sauce? Or perhaps some thyme for your roast chicken? Just step into your garden, no need for a grocery store run. Now on to cost saving. Over time, maintaining your own herb garden can be far more economical than buying those tiny, overpriced packs from the store. But the benefits aren't just about the herbs. There's the joy of gardening itself. Nurturing a plant from seed to harvest can be a deeply fulfilling experience. It's a hobby that can help reduce stress, improve mood, and even provide a bit of exercise. The advantages are numerous, and the process is easier than you think. The first step is choosing the herbs that suit your climate, space, and culinary preferences. Let's embark on this flavorful journey with basil. Thriving in warm climates and sun-drenched spots, basil is a versatile herb that adds a punch to your pasta, pizza, and pesto. If you're in a cooler climate, no worries, chives are your go-to. Hardy, easy to grow, and with a mild onion flavor, chives are perfect for soups, salads, and baked potatoes. For those of you with limited space, thyme is a fantastic choice. It's a small, creeping plant that's as comfortable in a pot as it is in the ground. Plus, its subtle, earthy flavor is a great addition to your roasts and stews. And let's not forget mint. This vigorous grower can take over your garden if you're not careful, but its refreshing taste is perfect for teas, salads, and mojitos. With the right herbs, you're well on your way to a flourishing garden. Before you start, gather your essential tools and materials. Like the artist with their palette, the gardener needs their equipment to bring their vision to life. First, you'll need a good pair of gardening gloves. These will keep your hands clean and safe from thorns or rough soil. Next, a sturdy trowel is a must-have. It's perfect for digging small holes, transplanting seedlings, and mixing soil. A garden fork can be your best friend when it comes to loosening soil and aerating beds. For those pesky weeds, a weeding tool can save you hours of back-breaking work. Don't forget about a watering can or hose with a spray attachment. It'll make sure your herbs get the right amount of water without overwhelming them. Lastly, gather your herb seeds or seedlings and quality potting soil. Choose soil that's rich in organic matter for the best growth. With these tools at hand, you're ready to start planting. Now let's prepare your space for your herb garden. The first step is selecting a location. You'll want a spot that gets at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day. A south or west-facing area is typically ideal. If you're limited to a shady location, don't worry. Some herbs like parsley and mint can still thrive. Next, let's talk soil. Herbs aren't too picky, but they do prefer well-draining soil. You can improve your soil's drainage by adding organic matter such as compost or well-rotted manure. This not only improves the texture of your soil, but also adds nutrients that your herbs will love. If you're working with a balcony or a small patio, container gardening is a fantastic option. Just ensure your pots have adequate drainage holes. Now, onto arranging plants. This is where you can let your creativity shine. Consider the growth habit of your chosen herbs. Some, like basil and rosemary, grow tall and bushy, making them great background plants. Others, like thyme and oregano, are low growers and work well in the front of your garden or cascading over the edge of a pot. But don't just think horizontally. Vertical gardening is a fantastic way to maximize space. You can use wall-mounted planters, trellises, or even a ladder shelf to take your herb garden to new heights. Lastly, remember to leave enough space between your plants. This provides ample room for growth and ensures good air circulation, which helps to prevent disease. So, you've selected a sunny location, prepared your soil, and arranged your plants creatively. You've considered the growth habits of your herbs and left enough space for them to flourish. You've thought vertically and horizontally, and maybe even tried your hand at container gardening. Your space is now ready for planting. It's time to get planting. Planting herbs is a gratifying process. Begin by digging holes that are twice as wide as the root ball of your plant. The depth should be just enough to cover the roots and keep the base of the stem at the surface. This helps the plant to establish itself quickly and efficiently. Once your herbs are snug in their new homes, it's all about giving them the right care. Watering is crucial. While it's important to keep the soil moist, overwatering is a common mistake. Most herbs prefer well-drained soil, so make sure the water doesn't pool. A good rule of thumb is to water thoroughly but less frequently. Now let's talk about sunlight. Herbs love the sun, and they need at least 6 hours of it each day. Ensure your garden gets plenty of morning sunlight and is shielded from the harsh afternoon rays. As your herbs grow, they'll need some regular upkeep. Pruning is essential to promote fuller, bushier growth. Don't be afraid to get in there and give them a good trim. Regularly pinch off flowers and trim back overgrown branches. Harvesting your herbs at the right time can make all the difference. The best time to harvest is in the morning, just after the dew has dried. This is when the oils that give herbs their flavor and aroma are at their peak. Remember, regular harvesting encourages new growth and keeps your plants healthy. One last tip: rotate your crops. Planting the same herb in the same spot every year can deplete the soil and lead to weaker plants. Rotating crops helps to maintain soil health and prevent diseases. To summarize, plant your herbs properly, water them thoroughly but infrequently, give them ample sunlight, prune regularly, harvest at the right time, and rotate your crops. With these tips, your herbs will thrive. Gardening is a joy, but it can also bring a few challenges. Let's tackle some of the most common ones. First up, yellowing leaves. This could be due to overwatering or poor drainage. Solution: ensure your herbs get just enough water and the soil drains well. Next, pests. They love your herbs as much as you do. To keep them at bay, try organic solutions like sprays made from natural ingredients. Then there's the issue of slow growth. This might be due to insufficient sunlight or nutrients. Make sure your herbs get plenty of sunshine, and don't forget to enrich the soil with compost or organic fertilizers. Finally, wilted plants. This could be due to a sudden temperature drop. If you're in a cooler climate, consider growing your herbs indoors or use a greenhouse. With these tips, you can easily overcome any gardening hurdle. The best part of growing your own herbs is the harvest. At this stage, your garden has flourished, and it's time to reap the rewards. Harvesting is a delicate process. It's best to do it in the morning, after the dew has dried but before the sun is heated up. This is when the plant's oils, which give them their flavor and aroma, are at their peak. Use sharp scissors or pruning shears to make clean cuts. Take only about a third of the plant to ensure it continues to grow. Herbs like basil, mint, and parsley can be harvested several times throughout their growing season. Once harvested, the magic begins. You can use your herbs fresh, adding a punch of flavor to your meals. Imagine garnishing your pasta with homegrown basil, or sipping on a mint tea made with leaves from your garden. You can also dry or freeze your herbs to preserve them for later use. This ensures a year-round supply of your favorite flavors. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, fresh from your own garden. We've journeyed through the process of growing your own herb garden. We've covered the myriad benefits of having fresh herbs at your fingertips, choosing the right herbs for your climate and culinary needs, preparing your space, and maintaining your garden. We've also tackled common issues you might encounter and showed you the joy of harvesting and using your herbs. Now it's your turn to start your own herb garden and experience the joy of fresh flavors right at home.